Hello? Hello? Is it me you're looking for? Hello, Chatarinos. This is the last couple hours before... Last couple of hours before 8.1 is going to be released on Europe. So the servers are going to be going down pretty soon. The servers are going to be going down pretty soon. I think America... Does America already have 8.1? They do. America already has 8.1. The Europeans always behind the times. Always behind the times. So technically, oh yeah, I turned off Discord because of my 4G connection. Actually, the polls have came in. The internet polls have came in today. They actually came in yesterday. But I need to trim the trees, and there's a lot of trimming, man. I'm a little bit scared. I'm a little bit scared about trimming the trees, if I'm being honest with you. You know what I did? You know what I did that I actually recommend everyone to do who has graphic cards that are not 1060 or 1050, from what I remember. You know what you should all do? Yeah, I accidentally went 1080p by accident. Because I was recording a video in 1080p. I can record videos in 1080p, no problem, but I accidentally left the setting on and this is streaming in 1080p. I installed the so it was really weird. It was really weird yesterday. Oh, this is done in one day. I woke up. Oh, Jesus Christ! My sleeping pattern has been so bad, so bad. I'm talking about like next level stupidness to an extent that I wake up at like 10 p.m. I've been waking up at like 10 p.m. at night. It was insane bad. So I mixed up the days. So yesterday, on Monday, I actually woke up and I went on World of Warcraft and I started down, like, you know, there was a pre-download for the patch and I legitimately thought the patch was out. And I was logging in and I was like, I logged in and I said like, whoa, there's nothing new. Where is the patch and stuff like that? And that was on Monday. But during that time, I ended up installing the NVIDIA drivers and the latest NVIDIA drivers. The latest NVIDIA drivers have improvement for World of Warcraft, and that was actually that's why I thought the patch was out, because I installed NVIDIA drivers. The patch was pre-downloading. It finished pre-downloading. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go into the game. I was like, oh yeah, that was weird. There was no installation or something. Maybe I missed it. Maybe the Battle.net is doing installation automatically or something. Oh, that's cool. Patch is out. And I log in and I notice a huge difference. Like I can already notice a big difference here. In terms of improvement, and that's only the NVIDIA patch. The NVIDIA patch was actually massive, I'll be honest with you. Definitely worth the download. Definitely worth the download. And on top of that, 8.1 should improve performance even more. So I'm expecting tomorrow to be even better performance. I'm surprised by how much the NVIDIA patch has improved World of Warcraft for me. I'm getting way smoother gameplay. It's weird. Mamba sausage, God, I end up basically streaming for like, this is gonna be like a stream for like 2 hours before the patch resets, before the servers reset, and then they go down for like, from what I remember, they go down for like the whole day, basically half a day. They go down for a really long time. Discipline is gonna get wrecked, man. Hustlehoof. Hello, Tragic Games. It's going alright. It's going alright. My sleeping pattern has been really bad. I need to change that. I really do. It's not out on EU. Patch is not out. That's why I mentioned it's like the last day before 8.1, because in 3 hours the servers are gonna reset, and after that, after 3 hours is gonna be like, I don't know, like a 7-hour patching thing. Wait, did you try? Is there anyone here who's got the patch ready from the US side? What's the improvements in terms of the CPU usage and stuff like that? What are the improvements in terms of that? Does anyone know? Like, have you tried it out? Yo, Boomtown, how are you? Bolter, how are you as well? I'm wondering what the improvements are gonna be like. I was gonna do like a disc priest key. You know why I was gonna do this priest key? Because I wanted to enjoy discipline before they're gonna get. Oh yeah, did you know for the 8.1 alchemy trinket is gonna be out? Alchemy trinket is gonna be released. 385. Pure versatility, then on proc intellect. So basically like the Mitrax trinket, on proc intellect, and then gives you more mana when you use mana pots. And that actually ends up being one of the best or like one of the top trinkets you can get, at least until the raid released. So if you have alts, or if you have like even your main characters, like that 385 trinket is gonna be probably better than my inoculating extract. So I'm gonna craft that alchemy trinket if I can, straight up, and get it. Did Willie download drivers from the settings I can't find in the menu? I never had NVIDIA before. I have NVIDIA GeForce. NVIDIA GeForce, and NVIDIA GeForce downloads it for me almost automatically. Autumn Leaves is broken on live, you can only have one stack of it. That's not broken, that's the way it works. Autumn Leaves, you can only have... Autumn Leaves now increases your rejuvenation duration by 1 second and increases the healing of it. But the increase in rejuvenation only works for the first one. So basically as the rest of Druid, you want 1 Autumn Leaves, 1 Archive, and then maybe a second Archive, a Waking Dream or whatever. So Autumn Leaves is still gonna be really strong, but you only really want 1. Because he only stacks with 1. That's for the rest of Druids. I've not logged in and checked anything yet, but I'm still working, so I check out at 6 PM under 20 minutes. Oh man, 20 minutes. Little turbo guy, stand on. It only allows for more GPU usage right now. I thought it's I thought with 8.1 is gonna be like multi-core, the enabling multi-core, because right now World of Warcraft is really single CPU heavy. So they're allowing, if you have a multi-core processor, which basically is everyone out there. Basically everyone out there has multi-core processors. It allows them to get more, right? Is that part I need to do or something to learn? You get automatically. I'm an alchemist now. I'll make a trinket as well. I actually don't know. I think it might be something that you need to learn. I think. Yo, Booba Hoot, how are you, man? I was gonna add the new stuff today, dudes. The new overlays for the Twitch roomies and stuff like that. Because I can only stream 3 hours today because the servers are gonna go down in about 2 hours. So do all the trades only allow 1 of each? No, you can have as many. Some trades don't stack. Some trades stack. You kind of just need to know. Like, that's just the way it works. You just kind of need to know. You know what's the worst part about the 8.1 though? You can't delete keys anymore. You can't delete keys. Hopefully my internet is gonna be fine for tomorrow. The trinket needs sanguine cells. Oh dude, I have like... sanguine cells cannot be put on alts, right? Yeah. My Mistweaver has probably about 1,000 of those. Like, not even kidding. Yeah, no more deleting keys in 8.1. Showing new quests and stuff like that. God, I wish it was 8.1 now. Demo lock showed all buffs on the notes, but the rotation you force into is impossible. 7 cooldowns. What? No way. No way. I don't know if I should do this quest now or wait until tomorrow. I don't know how the emissaries work. I don't know how emissaries are gonna work.
I've seen things that would scare you shellfish.
I've seen things that will scare you shellfish. I'm thinking of doing like a disc pre-ski because I wanted to do disc ski before the nerfs come in and wreck disc. Hello Taylor, how are you, man? That's the first time a VFA heard someone complain the spec is too complicated. It's true, dude, because a lot of specs got pruned. Any more info about fiber going into home? The poles were installed yesterday, so that's one of the reasons. Like, I got woken up really early and then I went to bed straight after that because I was so freaking exhausted. But the guys actually, like, I don't know, man. It's weird. Like, technically, how do I say this? Like, the posts were supposed to be technically when the guy marked it on his GPS and he said the posts are gonna be installed there, and the guys just gonna come in. They probably not even gonna, like, you know, they're not even gonna contact you. But basically, what happened yesterday? The guys who were installing the posts, they came down to talk to us, and they did a different location. They said that location is not really gonna work, so they ended up moving the poles in arguably better position. But I need to trim a big tree. Like, there's a big tree that needs to be trimmed, not branches, like a proper tree. So, and it's like really high up, so I don't know how I'm gonna, like, and now I need to ask the owner of the land to actually look through that as well. It's gonna be weird, man. It's gonna be weird. 250 for the highest trinket item level. Oh my god, it's Paper Boot. What up, Paper Boot? Are you ready for the patch? Oh, I already done that. Are you ready for the patch tomorrow? Even tanked to +9. Level 1 trinket is from the trainer, the rest is discovered when you make a trinket. Bile Scorch Bomber, Summon Wild Fish, Remote Allocate, Nether Portals, Cold Jet Service, and have to carpet with Demonic Pilot to extend the demons by 15 seconds. Problem is the rotation is too long and the demons start despawning. What the hell? So you physically can't do the thing? Let me see if I can just find like a... I don't even need to do a 10 key, but I wanna do a 10 key on disc. Just before it's gonna go to poop. Just before it's gonna go crap. $16 Wanecrest Manor. If my internet was better, we'd go for it, dudes. We'd go for it. Misarek. I think I know the people who are doing that key as well. Let's apply for 16 boys. What's my score on this? Aiden, I actually got gear up down Doomhowl pod. Oh, I actually got gear up to couldn't read that. I couldn't read it. Schmack that Adarini. The pot noodle fat.
Smack it real good.
I actually have no pot noodles.
Smack it.
I have no pot noodles.
Smack it real good. Yeah, that's it.
I have
Noodle fun boy.
I have no pot noodles left. Dude, you know what's the fucked up part? You know what's the messed up part? I don't have a flask. And the flask costs more than 600G. Thank you, Pot noodle fun boy. Pot noodle fun boy. Fun boy? Pot noodles boys. What server are you playing? Looking to move from Frostmain, aka poor main. Is Frostmain EU? I'm on EU servers at the moment. Of course I'm scared, it's a big tree. You know what he did? I don't think I can actually say this. Alright, technically this didn't happen. Alright, there's only like 40 viewers. It doesn't matter. Technically this didn't happen, but the guy, I don't know, can I actually say this? What are the chances I'm gonna be kicked from the group after I send the flask? So the guy had a big crane, like, you know, he has a big crane kind of thing. So when he put in the poles, he let me go on the crane. He let me go on the crane, and it's like a huge thing. How do I say, cherry picker? There's names for this. There's names for this. Like, it goes up like really high up. So we went up like 7 meters in the air, and I found out that I don't like heights. That's how I found out I don't like heights. I was like, oh, I'll be fine. And I was like, oh, dude. 7 meters is high. 7 meters is high, man. It's high, dudes. I'm gonna level a Shadow Priest. I should level a Shaman. If I'm not kicked from the group. Okay. They're ready to shaman me. Oh my god, I already had 2 flasks that I didn't pick up. Let's see the last Discipline Priest with the OP stats. GG. So you're gonna need to make 355, then a 370, then you can do a 385. Oh, that's a nightmare, dude. It's not gonna be 10. It's not gonna be an hour. 30 minutes maximum for this game. Yeah, 10 key gives 60 a new currency. I know that one. Yo, Coffee Room, how are you, man? Shaman is still not leveled. I haven't played a Shaman yet, but I played the Legion, so it's probably the same. I wish it was the same. Here. I wish it was the same, dude. I wish it was the same, man. Oh, wait, I don't have invis pots. Oh, I do. Invis the first boss sucks.
3, 2, 1.
Oh god, dude, they just did it like that.
Gammon will save us.
I need to stay away from this guy in case I get green shit. Wait, why can't I see other people here? Why is this invisibility potion doesn't... It's a weird one. Oh, I'm a little bit lag emotions.
Water below, you barnacle bottom swine!
Oh Jesus, the lag! Oh Jesus. Jesus! Holy moly, man. Give me that fiber. Give me that fiber, man. What the hell? Why does it not show my damage? Holy moly, man. What is up with my lag? Okay, that's fine.
Best be getting your wills in order.
Beware.
Beware.
Phase 2.
Shark bait, come about and blast their broadsides!
Oh my god, man.
Watch your feet.
Oh my god, this is almost unplayable.
Watch your feet.
You won't soon be forgetting
Watch your
that,
feet.
Tage.
Watch your step.
This one's going right in your deadlights!
Oh my god, dude.
Watch your feet.
Why is it? Is it because I'm streaming at 1080p? It's probably because I'm streaming 1080s, boys.
Watch your step. Watch your feet. Watch your feet.
It'd be bad fortune to spill a man's drink.
Watch your step.
This one's going right in your deadlights!
Watch your step.
This one's going right in your deadlights!
Dude.
Watch your step.
Holy crap, man.
Watch your feet. Watch your step.
Guess I be off.
Why is it so bad?
Sorry. Sorry. You smell like parrot guano.
Is the stream lagging? This feels really bad, man. Oh god. This feels really bad. And it says only 100 ms, but it feels like, I don't know, like dodgy as hell. Maybe it's the Nvidia drop. No, it's not the Nvidia drivers, dudes.
If we get into that...
How did we not pull? Oh yeah, he needs to go there. Ah! Now the internet seems to be a bit better, I guess. The music stopped. Dude, I'm like using my radiance way too much on this. Man, I can't wait to get that 5 Barinios. Oh, this is gonna be dodgy as hell. Look at this, man. It's not Druid, scale up trees. Dude. Holy crap, man. What the hell, dude? What is this? Dude, is this Nvidia drivers or something? Everything's freaking super slow. It's not even lag, man. It's more FPS. Oh my god, maybe I shouldn't have downloaded the Nvidia drivers. Oh my god, dude. Maybe don't download the latest drivers. Holy crap. Because it says lag is only 100 ms, so it's not even that bad. Oh no, reels?
Run away, little girl. Run away.
Come on, that should top everyone up. Come on, that was Schism, Solace, and a Penance proc. Schmacknutted! Oh, Arcady, how are you, man? Wait, I need to read the chat out of the thing.
Oh, schmack it real good. Schmack that ad. Schmack it, schmack it.
Schmack it real good.
It's not lag, it's your skill, pleb. Kappa. Keep up the good content.
I'm slow, dude! No, I'm telling you, it's actually FPS issues. I'm pretty sure it's because I downloaded the latest Nvidia driver. Like, I'm not even kidding. I'm actually quite certain it's that. I'm actually quite certain it's the Nvidia driver. Because there's no way it should be this laggy. Or at least it feels really laggy. Real laggy, man. Ah! Go! Yeah, I should have stopped that before. But the fun part is I can still cast my Shadow Man because it's not holy. Like, it's fun that this has two different schools of magic. Like it's not the lag actually. I think it's the actual FPS. It's noticeably worse, man. Noticeably worse. Like really freaking bad, man. I'm getting 40 ms on this. I usually get 100 ms on 5-man dungeons.
Run away, little girl. Run away.
Oh shit.
Run away, little girl. Run away.
What the fuck? What the fuck was that? How did I... How... It must have been pulled before? I don't get it. Now it seems to be a little bit better. What's the ping weak or? This is weird, man. How do I go back in NVIDIA drivers? How do I go back to the previous versions?
Watch your step.
Run away, little girl.
Oh my god. Dude, how did we not get the... How did we not get the other guy? I was kind of confused here.
Run away, little girl. Run away.
For reals, boys, please.
Run away, little girl. Run away.
Instantly dead. Instantly died.
Run away.
Run away, little girl. Run away.
It seems to be better now, I guess.
Run away, little girl. Run away.
Plebs are dying, dude. Oh shit.
Run away, little girl. Run away.
Let's go, boys. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, again.
Watch your step.
They're so late of noticing.
Run away, little girl. Run away.
They're so late of noticing it, the thing.
Run away.
So, what the hell? The shark keeps me in combat. Oh, I should have used grip. You're right, dude. You're right. You're right. Where was the grip? You're right. I have not used the grip a single time in this game. Just so not used to it. So not used to it. Uh-oh, lag. How long does it take to put up this? Grip is the main reason I play a priest. We haven't killed the second boss. We haven't killed the second boss for some reason. I think we're doing that last, I guess. This is kind of fucked.
You wanna know what just found in the guest room?
Who?
Melanie, you locked her in.
In the guest room?
Yeah.
She was in the guest room.
She was in there for like at least an hour. I was looking for her.
It's her fault for sneaking in and hiding behind the boxes. That's not on me.
Oh no.
That's not on me.
Cornered Annie too.
That's not on me, man.
You have to look out for her when you close the door.
It's not on me, dude.
Dispel.
I'm telling you, man, I might have to get rid of this.
Dispel.
My opponents do not really Ah! Tank's gonna die, dude. Yeah, I don't use I don't use Rapture because because I only use Rapture when I think people are really gonna die because it doesn't increase my DPS. That's purely the reason. I only use Rapture as a last case scenario because it doesn't do anything for my deeps. That's the thing, man. I rather spam Smite all day.
Taller men than you have opposed me, but they always came
Do the
up
thing.
short.
I like legitimately. I only played this to try and beat the DPS in DPS.
Beware.
I kid you not. That's the only reason I find it super interesting. If it was just pure healing, I wouldn't play it. Like I'm telling you.
Men, equate these scallywags with our heavy guns.
Beware.
Swab the deck with their gizzards.
With their gizzards. I can't stun that guy.
Cannons! Blast these scurvy dogs to bits.
Biz! Knockback. Did you see that?
Beware.
Swab the deck with their gizzards. Cannons! Blast these scurvy dogs to bits.
Beware.
Holy shit, the tank is taking a lot of damage.
All hands on deck.
Can anyone stun these actually, when I think about it? Ah, shit.
Blast these scurvy dogs to bits.
You put it here,
All hands
and
on
then it's
deck.
Esmond. And then you back to freaking... Uh-oh. Pushback. Oh, what a pushback!
These scallywags with
Oh,
our
this
heavy
is...
guns.
This could have been bad, though. Oh, perfect! Knockback!
Deck.
Could that have been any better, man? I don't actually think so.
Blast these scurvy dogs to bits.
Now this is dangerous. Because I could get knocked back in the thing.
All hands on deck.
Do I have my knockback? Oh, what do I do, man? Like you see, I'll use Rapture now.
Blast these scurvy dogs
I'll use
to
Rapture
bits.
now.
All hands on deck. Inconceivable.
No! Yes. Okay. Good. I thought. Last time it happened to the guy and he got stuck there completely. Wait, that scream was unnecessary. Did we not use Bloodlust on any boss? Oh Jesus. We don't need Bloodlust. This is the way we roll. This is the way we rock and roll, boys. It's pretty nice for bursting. Oh, actually, yeah. I should have used Rapture. Oh, well, I did actually use Rapture for the big burst keys. I did do it. A little bit. What's Rapture cooldown? 1.5 minutes. That's nothing, man. That's absolutely nothing. That's like every second pull or something. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, we got the 100. Oh my god, do we need to do it again now? No, we got it, okay.
Your skulls will be excellent target practice.
Let's put your steel.
Beware.
Does this one... Is this one that gives you the thing? Oh yeah.
Beware.
This one that gives you buffs, man. Oh! Haste! No! You... Okay, haste here.
Beware.
On guard.
Oh, you dirty, dirty, dirty buff, man. I'm
Beware.
attacking the wrong one, but still. Haste again. Oh, but there's some shit here. We're doing it. We're getting that haste.
Beware.
Holy shit, man. Why did he get wrecked so bad there?
Beware.
Oh, haste.
Beware.
Take steel. Bury me with my blade.
Oh, haste as well. I have time. Oh, yeah, boys. Oh, no. Couldn't get it.
Was this last?
That was so freaking fun, man. Wait, why is everyone taking so much damage? That was fun. Yeah, that's a BM hunter. Is that even an upgrade? I don't think so, man. Oh, but that ring would be an upgrade. Right. Who got it? Crimson. That's an upgrade, man. Critical strike and heavy haste. That's biz, man. It's freaking biz. So my haste is now at 16. There was bloodlust on the last boss. I didn't notice the other ones because I was just so annoyed about the FPS issues that I was having. All of a sudden now I'm not sure whether all of the sudden I'm not sure whether the thing I'm not sure whether the drivers messed it up, man. Oh, boo. Oh, we got the 2 chest. Yeah. How much damage did we do? This is the reason I play Discipline Priest. 5k damage. Shadow or Pain ends up doing so much. I wonder how much worse Purge the Wicked is. Divine Star is really good though when you can't hit people. Yeah, this like primary reason why I play Disc is because I love dealing damage. The way that it deals damage and stuff like that, it's just so fun, man. So fun. Like legitimately, it's one of the most fun things. What's this before war? So like I don't know what's gonna be like with the new patch, dude. I don't know. I'm getting like weird FPS issues, but maybe FPS issues are here because maybe. Wait, which one is it? Exclude haste effect on cast time. Use HPM. That's healing per minute over healing per cast time. So haste is not that great. If I would use these stats, haste is not that great for me. You gotta work flow under the radar into every video after your healer 8.1 video. Damn right, dude. Damn right, dude. What do we do now, man? Do we just wait for 8.1? 7 hours until it's released? 7 hours. We'll just sit here and wait until the patch is released. Maybe we'll uninstall the freaking Nvidia drivers because they suck so bad. Man, I'm telling you, tomorrow I'm gonna do a raid. I'm probably gonna get like tons of FPS issues.
Let me show you what I've got. Appreciate your patronage.
By the way, the guy who maintains Shaman while Anza told me that you're supposed to count both HPT and HPM together. Why? Why? Healing per cast time. Involves mana as well. That's the big difference. Yeah, they're two separate things. Healing per cast time, HPCT, is the one that takes into account that your mana will also deplete after a number of casts and things like that. So he actually takes in mana into consideration. So you always basically don't tick this if you use the add-on for raids, or you actually tick this for raids. Use H. No, use H. Jeez, what am I talking about? I keep mixing them up. HPM, healing per minute, is the one that also takes mana cost of the spells into account, and then healing per cast time is the one that doesn't. So if you click exclude, and if you basically say use HPM, healing per minute, your haste value is always going to show up as lower because it takes mana into account. But in 5-mans you can untick that because you can shrink between each pull. I don't know why you should use them both together, because in raids mana is always going to be an issue, unless you feel like in raids mana is not going to be an issue. But in like Yeah, but if you go in the dungeon, you don't look there. You look healing per cast time. You disregard the HPM. Yeah. In raids, I guess it depends how much mana issues you have. If you don't have mana issues in a raid boss, you can actually look at HPM. Or not HPM, you can actually look at the healing per cast time. I always mix those two together. But this is actually really important. This is a relatively important stat if you want to really find your stat priority. I was gonna do a video about this. I don't know why they have exclude raid cooldowns. Like, I don't know why would you exclude your raid cooldowns ever? I don't understand, like, I don't understand why they give this option. The include damage reduction effects and versatility is actually really interesting, because technically versatility, if you consider the damage reduction, because for the people who don't know, versatility increases your healing damage and reduces the damage taken. But every time you use, for majority of yeah, but don't just still get the healing per minute benefit from HOTS. I need to look into the exact calculations for healing per minute and healing per cast time. I don't know, I understand that, but don't you still get healing per minute benefit from HOTS? You don't only get cast time benefits from haste, you also get the increased hot ticks. Oh, because the hots don't calculate the cast. Oh, because so healing per cast time. So healing per cast time doesn't work for hots? Does that not account for the extra hot ticks? It has to. No? So how does healing per minute? Ah, I get it now, yeah. But that sounds really weird, man. I get it that healing per minute would include the overall haste effect on it. I feel that healing per cast time should account for the extra haste for HOTS. Because even if you play with Druid, your healing per cast time is always gonna be higher. Have you tried with Druid? It was curious how strong the wild girl buff felt in dungeons. This is not the 8.1 patch yet. 8.1 is gonna be released for Europe in like 2 hours, unfortunately. Look, my haste is bad. Well, as I said, you need to put both together. So freaking weird. That sounds so freaking weird, man. What do you do when you put them both together? Divide it by 2 to get the medium of that. Sounds really weird. No, just add both. What, for 5 mans? You add that both for 5 mans. But they provided a value of like 0 minus x. So you don't necessarily benefit from max healing per cast 0 to x. That sounds so weird. I've never heard of that one before. I've never, maybe that works different for classes. For different classes. So we start judging. I think that's specific to thing. Yo, patty cake 1, 2, 3. Because if you only look at one of the values, then haste is like always half the value of other stats. Not for resto druids, man. Not for resto druids. If I look at haste in 5-mans, haste a lot of the times is one of the best stats. And look at my haste right now, 0.68. But I also have like the most haste as well. I have 1000 haste. So it might fall off a little at some point. I understand that. Because for resto druids I'm getting haste and mastery consistently close to intellect and stuff like that. Like basically healing per cast time in dungeons, you start looking at how many casts you can get. How many extra casts you can get during the whole dungeon or whatever duration. You don't look at the actual mana cost associated with it. I don't know how it works with HOTS. Why can't the rest of challenges be good at 5-mans? Oh man. What tank is looking good for new BFA patch? I think it's the same story. I think it's looking the same story. It's still probably gonna be Brewmaster top for raids and Blood Decay probably still, not by far, but still very good for Mythic Plus. Warriors are gonna get better. Druids are gonna, Guardians are gonna get better. But are they gonna be pushed up to #1 spot? I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh, you have Mythic Dungeon logs. Prot Warrior could be really fun. You see, the problem with Prot Warriors, everyone will tell you this. Everyone will tell you the problem with Prot Warriors is if you can legitimately block like physical damage, if you can legitimately deal with like physical damage taken and stuff like that, you're great. Like Warriors are only gonna get better with shield block and stuff like that, whatever. They're really good at that. Plus protection warrior damage. Like I kid you not, it's probably one of the best out there. Like if you play a protection warrior really well, you can have one of the best damage out of all the tanks. Like prot warrior damage is actually insane. The problem is when you have to start dealing with magic damage and bleeds and stuff like that, where you can't really block it. Magic damage, you get wrecked. You get really wrecked. So that's what most people are saying, that prot warriors are gonna fall down a lot. But then again, there are a couple of like, how do druids deal with magic damage? They're just meat shields. They just have shitloads of stamina. Like mastery brings them stamina and stuff like that, and armor. They just, huge HP pools. Blood Decays have anti-magic. They have a couple of ways of dealing with magic damage. Brewmasters have there's stagger that also works. There's a stagger mechanic that works with magic damage. Prot warrior, prot paladins have holy word, holy shield, or holy word talent that lets you block magic abilities. So we'll have to see how warriors are gonna deal with the thing. But warriors could be very strong for certain keys. If you add my haste together, you will get 9.8. HP stands for healing per cast time. This is the max value that 1% haste would be worth if you would cast everything you're already casting. That'll be casted quicker 1% faster. And overhealing are not accounted for it in any way. The real value of haste HPT will be between 0 and the shown value. It depends on if you have the mana left to spend. If the game cast would overheal and how well you are at casting spells limited by hasted cooldowns end to end. If you're going before the end of the fight, you might instead want to drop some haste or cast less bad heals. If you had mana left over, haste could help you convert it into healing. If your haste uses optimal, haste will then be worth the shown max value. If there are intense moments of damage taken when people are dying due to lack of healing, and your global haste might also help you increase throughput. Healing per minute in valuing haste considers only the fastest hot ticking and not the. In valuing haste, it considers only the faster hot ticking and not the. Effectively, it models haste bonus to mana efficiency. This is typically the better calculation to use for raid encounters where mana is an issue. They don't say anything about adding it together though. You know what I mean? Maybe that's only for resto shamans. I've heard this priest are rather hard to play. Is the rotation pretty easy or smooth might re-roll for one. This priest is very difficult to focus. This priests are not easy. If people take necessary damage, they may be very hard time to catch up through. Not saying it's important, but you won't pick it up immediately. But if something you want to try, go for it. Exactly. I think it's extremely rewarding playstyle, but we'll have to see how it feels in 8.1. If you want an easy healer, go monk or druid, or holy priest or holy paladin. I will consider most of the healers to be pretty easy except for this priest. I'll be completely honest with you. I will consider all the healers to be in one basket. And then this priest. That's how I would probably rank it. Maybe like Mistweavers are easy. I would consider Mistweavers easier than the rest of druids, but then at the same time, it's really hard for me to say. Do you want resto druid or more disc keys, man? Or Mistweaver? Let's see if we can get our holy paladin to a +10. Holy paladin best healer 8.1. Like I have a guide here for the healer stat weights, and it basically says just change the setting and that's it. I don't know, maybe there's more to it. Maybe there's more to it. Oh boy. Let's get this 370 done. Because if it gives me 370 helm, we're gonna totally get invited to the groups. Are we gonna get invited to groups though? What key do I have? 9 at Hal Desire. I could find a group for 9 at Hal Desire. The group of plebs. What do you think? Dude, none of my healing alts actually have any gold. That's so sad.
Finest wares in cool tiers right here. Stop by any time.
So basically the checklist for 8.1.
Lord Admiral's favour, friend.
Checklist for 8.1. Buy the alchemy. Buy the alchemy trinket. That's what it is, man. That's basically what it is. Buy the alchemy trinket. Or make an alchemy trinket. Especially if you don't like... Do I have alchemy on my paladin? I do. But I haven't learned anything. $385 trinket on all your alts, man. That's actually pretty insane when you think about it. And it gives you versatility, which is pretty a good start for most of the healers. Versatility is definitely the underdog of the expansion, in my opinion. Like I said before, on the healer stat weights, most people don't consider the versatility's damage reduction. Because versatility increases your healing and damage, and then reduces damage taken. And most people don't count, or most of the things don't count versatility's damage reduction. So versatility always looks worse than it actually is.
That's one less threat wandering the valley. Well done.
That was the easiest quest ever. Holy crap, yoli dudes. What else is there in 8.1? I'm honestly trying to think of what else is there to do in 8.1. Gear my shaman. Leveling is much faster if you want to level. Maybe I'll level. What's the flavor of the month right now? Oh no, can I get it? Level the flavor of the month classes. Apparently I missed out on fire mages. Apparently I missed out on fire mages sneaking up in the Mythic Plus rankings, because there's more frost mages in keys that are 15 and up. So there's usually more frost mages, but if you look at keys that are extremely high, so we're looking at keys that are like plus 20s. Fire mages have overtaken frost by quite a bit. It kind of just sneaked up on me. So it's actually, if you're playing a mage, you probably will be playing fire mage. I think fire is gonna... I think fire might be the go-to spec in 8.1. But overall, if you look at the DPS for Mythic Plus, balance for 8.1 is probably gonna be the same, man. It's gonna be a rogue, demon hunter. Demon hunters are always demon hunters are gonna be, like I tell you right now, demon hunters are gonna be strong the whole expansion. I don't think Blizzard is gonna nerf them. I honestly feel demon hunters are gonna be like the easiest pick. Demon Hunters are gonna be strong. Rogues are gonna be strong no matter what. Boomkins are getting some buffs as well. Boomkins were already really strong. I don't know what's going on with Affliction Warlocks. I'm seeing less and less of Affliction Warlocks in Mythic Plus. In really high Mythic Plus. Don't get Azurite gear now, wait till 8.1 you can get the essences. No, but I actually need the... Oh yeah. If I get Azurite gear that I can disenchant. Yeah, you're right. But I actually need Helm. If I get Azurite Helm, I actually will use it. Do you know what I mean? I actually will use it. Yeah, but it makes sense. If I don't get Azurite Helm, I can disenchant it. I don't understand why they're doing that. I honestly don't understand why Blizzard just... Why does Blizzard require me to scrap Azurite gear? Why doesn't just like... Here, this is gonna be another rant, man. Why doesn't just Mythic Plus and Raids drop me this, like this? Do you see this? Awakening Essences. This used to drop from Mythic Plus. Well, not really Mythic Plus, but Raid bosses. Why do I have to go and collect? Like, I don't understand why there's an extra step in this. I know it kind of sounds lazy, but why do you have to disenchant it? Why can't I just get it from content? You can't get Azurite Armor anymore in a weekly or dungeon. I know. It's kinda... It's definitely a little bit of a nerf for people who are expected to get Azurite gear this weekend. Like, if you didn't get Azurite gear for the last 4 weeks or something, you probably were like, oh, I'm definitely gonna get Azurite gear from a weekly. And then they're like, well, there's no more Azurite dropping. You have to spend like 7,000. 7,000. A little bit of thing to get it. Demon Hunter is easy because... Oh god, where am I going? You can play them wrong and still be within 2% of max damage, so basically there's not much of a difference between good play and bad play. Basically what happened to Brewmasters is that they kinda added that. Brewmasters have been nerfed in terms of stagger, so basically Blizzard kind of notices, it's weird, Blizzard knows the Brewmasters, like the difference between a good Brewmaster and someone who's not really optimizing, it wasn't that big. It wasn't that big of a deal. So they kind of nerfed Brewmasters to make them a bit more... Make them a bit more punishing, but they haven't done that for Demon Hunters. Demon Hunters is supposed to be extremely easy to play. Like, extremely easy to play from... Like, I don't think Demon Hunters really even received, like, Havoc Demon Hunters really received much changes from Legion to BFA. You don't have to disenchant, it's just a speed up. The real source is the Mythic Plus chest, but I mean if you like Azurite pieces drop from emissaries, they drop from emissaries, they drop from Warfront bosses, they drop from raids, so technically if you do all those things, you can get a good amount of Azurite gear, am I wrong?
They were using their power to heal Azeroth instead of hurt her. Good work,
Do you know our guild has #1 speed ranking for Uldir in the server? It's actually pretty crazy when I think about it. It's not crazy, but actually it's pretty nice. DH is the easiest class to play. I was trying to rank the easiest classes once. I definitely DH is there, definitely BM Hunter is there, DH, BM, Hunter, DH, BM, Hunter. Marksmanship in BFA was there because of how bad Azurite traits were, So the rotation was 2 buttons, but those Azerite traits are gonna get nerfed in 8.1. But it definitely was DH. No. Like you see, this is the problem I have. I actually need this 370 piece of loot because I don't have 370 on my helm. So if I get 370 helm, I will actually use the piece. But the problem is, if I get shoulders or chest, I won't be able to disenchant them. Do you know what I mean? So I get it. I probably should wait until tomorrow to do this. But if it drops me a helm, it doesn't matter because I'll use it anyways. Because I only have a 345 helm on my Paladin. Oh crap. But what are the chances as well of me getting? What are the chances of me getting the helm? 1 in 3. And I kind of want to get the helm if I want to do a Mythic Plus today.
Remember the story.
So I don't know. That random drops and look with the world quest. I know, man. There's so much random shit. I'll be honest with you. I've been reading a lot. Like, I read a lot of Reddit stuff. And I I go through a lot of comments on YouTube and stuff like that. I do that a lot. Sometimes I'm looking for inspirations for videos and see what's going on in World of Warcraft and stuff like that. I know there's not that much negativity right now about the game, but I feel, I don't know, just it kind of gets me down, the community perception of the game itself. I feel like so many people just consider the game, like BFA, to be just a complete failure. I gotta be honest with you. This is what I kind of get. This is from reading Reddit. This is from reading a lot of the YouTube comments. This is from reading a lot of videos. Like, definitely the hype is dead for the game. I'll be honest with you. This is the way I feel. This is the way how I see. This is not how I feel. This is what I feel, what most people, or at least people who are active on social media sites and stuff like that, feel like. Like, there's so much crazy. Like, it's even about the 8.1 patch. So many people, like, again, and I can't understand it. 8.1 is not gonna add that much to the game. And first of all, 8.1 probably should have been the legitimate release of BFA. But it definitely feels really gloomy. I feel it's really gloomy in terms of the thing. I don't feel BFA is that bad. I really don't feel it's that bad. But it's definitely hasn't got the same hype as Legion in my eyes, and I can see that, man. I noticed that. I notice like, I check out other YouTube channels. I check out. There is 2 channels that I know that have stopped, that I kind of watch. There's 2 channels that kind of stopped doing World of Warcraft stuff. We'll just stop it because they were saying, like, I don't want to do this anymore and stuff. I'll do other games that I sometimes used to watch once in a while. And just the amount of like, just purely, if I look at just the views and stuff like that of other channels, and even my channel right now and stuff like that. But then again, I'm not uploading that many videos, so it's not a good indication of my thing, because I haven't uploaded, because there's not that much going on. That, I'll be honest with you. But I definitely see a big decline in that. I can definitely see it to some extent. In terms of World of Warcraft, it's kind of a bummer, man. You're getting a bad feedback with these people being active in those places would be negative. There's, like, that's the thing, man. There's so much negativity. I like BFA, but I get brought down by so much craziness. Like, I don't know, it's just crazy. Like, there's nearly so many posts about. Some of them make sense, some of them are a little bit over the top. So, like, there is legitimate concerns about BFA. I think the biggest concerns about BFA were something like class design was like half the classes should have not been, half the classes should not have been like, you know, rechanged or redone or whatever. Like honestly, like Paladins, Resto Shamans, I don't know why they went there, but they went. I don't think he added anything to their class. Azerite gear, in terms of how you acquire Azerite gear, was completely like so bad, so bad. Completely removed the whole progression of character, in my opinion. That was probably the biggest killer for me, I'll be honest with you. But other than that, like, I like the Mythic Plus. I know people don't like Mythic Plus because they feel it's hard and stuff like that. But I do like the Mythic Plus. I don't mind it. Do I feel it's better than Legion? Do I feel Mythic Plus in BFA is better than Legion Mythic Plus? I do. You know why? Jeez, I don't know, dude. It's a tough one, actually. I don't like the one-shot mechanics. Not that the one-shot mechanics, like preventing one-shot mechanics was way harder. I feel it was harder. But that only applied to really high keys. I feel like in BFA a plus 10 can be really hard because the amount of adds, the amount of stuff adds do and stuff like that. But in Legion, the higher key you do, the one-shot mechanics could have been really hard to avoid. But I feel one-shot mechanics completely favored certain classes with really good personal cooldowns. Like completely favored. So it doesn't matter how bad the class was to some extent, or how boring, or how bad the DPS were. If you had really strong personal cooldowns, that could really get you an invite.
Too busy taking our harvest for the soldiers.
Do I feel the Legion? What do people think? The people enjoy it won't be on those bases. It's true. My most played expansion is just all time moaning. Some of it's justified. It's true. And hello, Danny. Can you test something for me? Take a Mistweaver log and see what stat weights you get in WoW Honors, and then put the log in Mistweaver spreadsheet and see where you get there. Oh god, dude. Oh, I can actually do that. I can actually do that though, because logs are not private. Let me get it. This is some spreadsheeting, boys. This is some spreadsheeting. .1. I don't want to see Mother. I want to see Vectus. Dude, look how bad my Gahoon is, man. This Gahoon is wrecking my ranking. I tell you right now. Gahoon is wrecking my ranking. Midshax to some extent, but it's mainly Gahoon. Gahoon is the wrecking boy. Which was the latest one? September. We'll just go for the good one, dudes. Jesus. Give Give me a second. How was it? Shift V, right? Fuck. I haven't done the spreadsheeting in a while, so I'm just gonna go through it. Control Shift V. And this. So this is how you can find. This is how you can find your stat values. If you're really interested in finding those stat values. Oh, mystery or nerf is nothing. Mystery or nerf is nothing. Haste value, H. Oh, its actual weight will be somewhere between its efficient and its throughput. Oh, that's interesting. Somewhere between HPM and its throughput, HPCT. My stat values for that fight, haste is this, and if I go HPCT, wow, it's 129. My haste value is 129. You can't see it here. Here, you can't see it here. This is for one fight though. This is for one fight. So my haste value with HPCT with healing per cast time. With 129, the best one ever, and in the thing at 0.61 if mana is taken into account. So what did WoW Analyzer tell me? WoW Analyzer told me was between 5.3 and 2.7. It's way different. That's way different. This is not even a combined value. This will be 0.7. Have a nice night and good luck everyone in the new patch. Alright, Halfdo, man, it was good seeing you, buddy. What do you mean? Which point? Which point? Like my HPCD value is 129. It's weird, dude. You mean, yeah, this one says weight will be somewhere between its efficient weight and its throughput. It kind of makes sense because you don't always finish a fight with no mana. Do you know what I mean? I would say, in layman's terms, honestly, if I were to put the value between the HPM and HPC in layman's terms, if I without going too crazy into it, healing per cast time, just use that for 5 months, and HPM use that for raids. Like I would honestly do that without going too hardcore into it, because I think too much of it will be just too crazy. But I get it. I get your point. I get your point. There is guides. There is guides on the thing, on healer stat weights that tells you to do that. I think they just wanted to do a simplified version of it. I think it's just because it's so hard to really find true haste value. HPC does not calculate the hot effect as I understand it. Kitten, please. Where's my WoW analyzer? There's a cat trying to drag me. Let me see your freehold. Yeah, so HPM only values the it only values the so HPM calculates the haste value for HOTS. So healing per cast time doesn't actually value the maybe healing per cast time also values the hot ticking. It doesn't actually tell you here. You see, maybe the thing is that healing per cast time, it might value the hot ticking as well, and the cast time reduction, but HPM only values the hot ticking. Like that, it could work like that. So technically, healing per cast time would be a legitimate way of calculating haste in 5-mans, and healing per minute would be an okay way to calculating haste in raids. An okay. Do you know what I mean? God, we went in such a weird stream today, dudes. I need to find. So do I open it? And it said it's two values valuing two separate things. I'm going into theory crafting, dudes. Dude, I only have 40 minutes until the service restart. Cat, please, you are wrecking me, boy. How do people even, have you ever thought about it? How do people even learn about like healing per cast time, healing per mana and stuff like that, like the definitions for it and stuff like that? How do you even go about trying to do that? Like legitimately, how do you even go about trying to do that? Kitten, please, please, it's time to go, kitten. It's time to go, kitten. Like, it's actually insane. I wonder if I actually could get invited to a 10 key. Let me see. I actually wonder. There's no way. There's no way my Paladin could ever get invited to anything. We're just gonna have to wait. We're just gonna have to wait until tomorrow. I'm probably gonna do an early stream actually when I think about it. I might just stay for the whole day and do an early stream when the servers come back up. I might do that. Cause like right now the servers are gonna go down in about 40 minutes. In Europe the servers are going down in 40 minutes. Oh crap, I turned on Discord. Like the European server should be going down at 3 game time. Around that time. Let's do King's Rest 11, guys. 45 minutes. I would like to do a plus 10 key, but I don't think. I don't think I'd actually get invited. Let me see. Let me see if I legitimately would actually get in, and there's no way. My score, my Paladin is like 363 with like a complete pleb. Oh my god, plus 19. Jeez Louise, dude. Tank only. Someone is trying to do a plus 19 in the last 40 minutes. That's dedication, man. I've been declined. Oh, actually, is it 1 hour? It's only 1 hour, right? It's not good doing these keys, man. It's not good doing these keys because these keys are gonna take more than 40 minutes. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna start a Brewmaster spec on my Monk. It's a good idea, dude. A Shaman's good in 8.1. In raids, we'll see how they do in 5 minutes. Actually, let's just level Shaman until it's gonna be over. Even though Shaman leveling is gonna be better later on. I want to level my Shaman because you know what the best changes, you know what the most anticipated changes for me, the most anticipated changes, CPU performance increase and Champion of Azeroth shared neck. I'm a simple man. I'm a simple man. Ella Shaman got some really buffs. There is a chance Elemental Shamans could be good for 5 months. There is a chance. Enhancement, and you see the problem with melee specs is all the melee specs have to. Don't think of it like, oh, this class got massive buffs and they have the. Think of it like, does Enhancement Shaman beat out a Rogue or a Demon Hunter? In terms of utility, damage, and survivability and everything else. That's how you have to think about it. Like, you look at Feral Druids. Feral Druids are like, oh, they got loads of new changes and stuff like that. Are they going to be better than a Rogue or a Demon Hunter? Because that's who you compete against. That's who you compete against. Ooh. My Shaman is 115. They want us to chain heal in PvP, really? But I wouldn't mind. I honestly could see myself playing Elemental. Elemental is actually pretty fun. Like, when you look at Elemental, you have to be like, would Elemental be better than Balanced Druids? I leveled a little off the stream, yeah. Like you have to look if elemental will be better than balanced druids or fire mages or affliction warlocks and stuff like that. I feel the biggest difference for range DPS right now, like I kid you not, I think a big portion of range DPS, or whether range DPS is gonna be good or bad. Oh shit. What was I saying? I lost track of thing. Everyone should be good at this already. Elemental in the top 20 world. There is. I feel like this is what I'm saying. I feel like for a lot of the range DPS specs, battle res is huge to some extent. It's probably, it might be huge. I know at the moment it's like blood decay. You have a blood decay no matter what. Like every time you have a blood decay. So like your battle res was a big deal, but I don't know what's gonna be like. A lot of people are saying that not brewmasters. First of all, brewmasters is supposed to be pretty good, but like a lot of people are saying that blue decay is still gonna be strong. Blue decay is gonna be strong just because the utility is there, man. Mass grip, single target grip, battle res is a big thing, like a big thing. Because if you don't have a blood decay, you need to either get a boomkin. Like if you don't have a blood decay in a group, the next spot is guaranteed to be boomkin, affliction warlock, or a resto druid. Like that's what you need to have after that, because that's the only viable people who have battle reses. But at least I think in 8.1 they're adding. Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. They're adding battle res for Jesus Christ the Ionios. Ah! That was a rough one. Dude, I tell you right now, Earthshield is actually pretty OP on leveling. I would consider Earthshield my boy. That was rough though. Really rough. But engineers get battle res. It's enough for tomorrow. Darago, hello. Hey MadSkillz, you use Click A add-on? I do. Click A is the deals. Click A is very good. It's almost mandatory to use Click A with if you use grid, if you use LUI, you kinda have to use Click A. You kinda have to. Dude, this guy has a ton of HP, man.
Our treasures. Perish, Landwalker.
Are you ready? Wreck City, man. I actually enjoy elemental enhancement. It's actually pretty fun spec. But I need to wait until I'm 120 to actually really see how slow it is, because it's actually so weird. This is what leveling feels like. Like you start off this super strong class with your like insane legendaries. Everything's super fast. Your haste, your stat priority is really good. You level slowly. You level. your secondary stats drop off, you can't use legendaries, and then you become this pleb of a class. It's almost like a comparison from Legion to BFA in terms of how class progression is like. You start off smooth, you start off fast, you start off like, you know, fast resource regeneration and stuff like that, and then you just go into this like slump of a class. This is how it felt for Windwalkers, I'll tell you right now. This is how it felt when I was leveling my Windwalker. It was like super fast, and it's like, what the hell, 120? It's like nothing to do, man. Any top mythic push is gonna have it. It's true, engineering. The engineering battle res, that's gonna be huge. But the problem with the engineering battle res is that it's not guaranteed to work. From what I remember, it's not guaranteed to work, which can be an issue if you really think about it. Hello, Buddix Gaming, evening all. I did my first blue stand on my 350 Havoc Demon Hunter this afternoon. Tried so many times on my Shaman, but never got invited. That's the life, man. That's the life. Demon Hunters are like... Demon Hunters are so strong right now. They're so strong. Like, I think they're like... If I'm being honest with you, I think it's about... This is what I'm gonna say. 10 item levels. If you have like... If you have any other class that's like 350 item levels. Let's say you... Let's say you have like a Shaman, Enhancement Shaman, 370 item level. Your Demon Hunter at 360, maybe even 355. Could be doing the same amount, like in Mythic Plus, could be doing the same kind of deal. Cause the thing, what is it? Because Demon Hunters are so strong right now. Like they're so strong. It's single target on AoE, their utility that they provide. It's the same with rogues. It's the same with rogues. If you really want to get a class, and it's actually funny because I say this all the time because I do a lot of these videos. And say like, you know, why do you need to play the best class if you're not pushing the, you know, 20s or 15s or whatever? Why do you need to play the best class? Why do you need to know about the best class? It's because the community perception is so crazy right now. It's legitimately so crazy that even for plus 10s, people will not invite classes that are bad. I think pugging has become so much more obnoxious. In Legion, it was way different. Legion, it was way different, man. Like, it was a lot different in my opinion. But pugging has become so crazy. So crazy that you're kind of forced into playing these flavor of the month classes. Unless you get by RNG, you almost always mains. Oh, you always main Starcraft, really? Dang, I tried to run to my neighbor's house to help him with the wooden table he's building. I'm back and logging into my game now. Now so fun time. Helping with building the table before the Pachorinos is out.
Ah, you have returned. You were gone longer than expected. Any trouble?
I need to get rid of a lot of my thing.
Greetings, sir, and
Greetings, sir and or madam. What the hell, man? You can't tell the difference? Like reals? You can't tell the difference? It's a bit dodgy, isn't it? Patches out here. I'm in the US. We are starting a mythic raid in 30 minutes. Is the game feeling? How is the game feeling in terms of performance?
We'll trade stories next time.
I'm gonna need to change a lot of things on my Shaman though. I was trying to think of some ways for the easiest class.
Blood of Azeroth detected. Request installation.
Red Paladins are easy as well, right? I'm usually around 10 to 15 minutes. you have more lag. What the hell do I have to do here? Wait, did the stream lag out?
Titan Keeper Hezro rebooted. Protocol contain rampant corruption.
Stream lag out. Did you get lag, boys? There are new bridge piece to the Lion's boat. The place when they used to stand has been changed. Oh my god, I totally want to get the patch now. Is the invasion? Is the invasion straight away? What is it called? Assaults or invasions? It's the same deal. But is there one straight away? Because if there is, I can do it with my Shaman straight up. How's did you get internet sorted out? The new place is great. The internet has been pretty annoying. It's a whole thing, man. The internet is a whole thing. Like they're building poles. They added 2 new poles. See, the problem is not even the poles, man. Like the poles were fine. It's just these trees between the poles and the actual internet box. I call it the internet, the broadband box. So there's actually tons of trees along the way. So now the poles are installed, and now what I have to do is trim the trees. And they're just high up, man. I'm not sure if I can do it because they're so high up. And I don't want to call a guy. Who wants to call a guy for it? Dude, enhancement leveling is so easy though. So, like, technically, they installed the poles really early. They installed them really early. So, the guy who's coming in to add the internet, like, there needs to be a guy coming in who's gonna put the wires to it. I don't think he's gonna come down this week. There is a chance of it. There is a chance of it that I could get the wired broadband this week. Would be really cool. But I don't think so. I don't think it'll be this week. What am I supposed to do here? This guy has tons of XP. And people were suggesting that I do the live stream of me trimming the trees. Because they want me to fall. They want me to fall, boys. You know what I want to do for 8.1? Because the new wilds are gonna get all the things. I want to make videos for each of the healers. And just see how they feel. I want to go back to a bit more guide videos. Because I've been doing a lot of different videos. I want to go back to the guide videos. Because guides can be really good, man. I definitely want to do a video for each of ones. Dude, I wish I had the freaking experience buff. They nerfed leveling so much. They nerfed leveling so much. Not for 110 to 120, but for the previous one. It's actually insane. People are saying,
please stand by.
Some people were doing leveling from scratch and they were saying that it was taking no time for them to do it.
Must continue forward to repair containment for corruption.
What would happen if I start playing a Blood DK, guys?
Massive corruption surrounding nearby structure. Immediate action required.
What happens if you start playing Blood DK? Stop. Oh, I can use daggers. Wait, what am I supposed to do here? Let's do a big pull, boys. How fun is that though? That's still another viable healer, I suppose. It's true. I wanted to do Resto Shaman in 5 months, but I know Resto Shamans in 5 months are still gonna be. I know people are not gonna bring Resto Shamans for really high 5 months. I know that. I know there's gonna be so much discrimination. That's what I'm gonna call it, man. Shaman discrimination. Unless you're doing your own key, I think you're gonna be screwed. But I don't even think Shamans are that bad. I don't even think Holy Priests are that bad either. I really don't. I think there's a lot of hatred for certain classes for not that big of a reason. I think you could do a high key as a Holy Priest. I think you could do high keys with Resto Shamans, and I don't think it'd be that much worse. But then again, I really kind of need to see what Resto Shaman is like, because right now it's all pure guessing for me. I just want to see what their single target healing is like. I really want to see what it feels like. I enjoy bringing Resto Shamans, granted only to good 10s and under keys. Like for 10 keys there should be no issues, but I know for a fact that people will still like be very scared about inviting them. That's just the way it is. What do you class as high keys? What? So this is basically the keys that I consider class balance. Class balance becomes a thing where you actually need to start bringing. I think 15's enough. Maybe not even 15's enough. No, I think depends on affixes. Depends on affixes, man. I feel affixes in BFA makes such a big difference. Like last week affixes, 15s were like you could technically do 15s with any class. With any class you could have done it. Like legitimately, you could have done it with any healer, any DPS, anything. But now this week, I think it's fortified and teaming, which requires so much extra DPS, and timing keys is gonna be way harder. It's gonna be way harder. I feel class balance will probably start doing somewhere around 15 for this week. But I honestly feel class balance really sticks in somewhere around 18. If I would be somewhere 17 or 18 is where you really wanna, like, you start, you know, trying to get the last, trying to maximize your DPS, trying to maximize the party's DPS. I feel that's when it really starts kicking in. But it really depends on affix. I feel affixes have been playing. Actually, it's, oh yeah, the new affix is not gonna start now. Like Reaping is season 2 starting in around a month time. But I really want to try out Resto Shaman, because I don't think Resto Shamans are as bad as people say, and I don't think Holy Priests are as bad as people say either. I think you can do high keys with those healers. Maybe the DPS of Holy Priest, it depends. There's not a lot of time for you to do DPS as a Holy Priest. That's one of the issues. I definitely feel that is one of the issues. It's harder for you to do DPS. You only have like... But then again, it's kind of hard to do your DPS on Mistweaver as well. It's really hard, dude. I feel there has been a lot of over exaggeration though. We'll try and do some 16 keys as shamans. And then people would be like, oh, shamans are actually good, dude. I actually like it. Shamans are good. Oh shit, this is actually really bad. It's more about how do I put it? There's difference in the ways that you do DPS as a healer. Sometimes you only have a couple of global cooldowns between, like, let's say there's going to be a ton of damage happening, and you only have a couple of global cooldowns to spare, because everyone else is taking damage, but you also wanna, you know, you wanna heal up everybody, but you also wanna do something. So Rest of Druid arguably has one of the Rest of Druid is really handy ways. Sunfire. Sunfire is one global cooldown. He applies a debuff on everyone around character. That's one global cooldown that arguably will add a lot of extra damage. So you use one global cooldown on Sunfire, and then you can go back to applying hunts. So that's really handy. That's really handy. Holy Priest only has Holy Fire, and Holy Fire, it depends. It depends on how you have. It's on cooldown and stuff like that, and it only applies on one person. So all of a sudden, as a Holy Priest, because Holy Priest has so many abilities that requires cast time. So many abilities that require cast time. Like Holy Priest is so, and that's why most of the people will tell you that Holy Priests are immobile, because most of their abilities are requiring a big cast time to it. So technically, if you wanted to deal DPS as a Holy Priest, you're gonna have to sacrifice a lot of your healing. So if there is tons of healing required, you're not gonna be able to put out much damage because you're going back to it. And you can look at other healers, like for Shaman, you put Flame Shock, that's one global cooldown. But then Lava Burst procs like crazy. You can get Lava Burst procs, and that's like instant cast. So you can actually do a decent amount of damage as well. Chain Lightning, I don't know how good Chain Lightning is. I don't think Shaman DPS is that great, but I think it's actually pretty good. Mistweaver, again, Mistweaver requires a lot of your concentration. Hey Mouse, how are you?
Do you explain?
Huh?
Are you explaining stuff?
Explaining how to be pleberinos. Why do I have two of these here? What the hell? Why Spirit Wolves are being tracked twice?
Structure interior clear. Being designated Princess Talanji has joined.
Message says, why does people think they are? You just have to have a group that understands how they heal and isn't dumb. I agree with that. I found Holy Paladin is good with that. Yeah, Holy Paladin is good with damage as well. Holy Paladin is good with damage as well. 116, boys. We're kings.
Fight! Your suffering feeds me, master!
Oh! Oh my god!
Soon be free. Your weak lower ain't gonna stop him. Oh, you come so far.
I think this gives me a sweet reward. I found, like, Holy Paladins deal damage a lot. Like, Holy Paladins have a very interesting way of playing, because Holy Paladins, like, you know, Holy Shock is offensive and defensive cooldown.
The battle is over, and we have survived. Athena will pay for it.
Oh shit, I need to finish this. Ooh.
We will wait for you outside. We had best get on the way.
Motherload. Like, Holy Paladins have Holy Shock that's offensive, defensive. I really like like, you know what I really don't like about Holy Paladins? You know what I really don't like about it? The fact that Holy Paladins cannot deal damage, like, or at least it's really hard for them to deal damage when it's ranged. I find that really annoying, Because there are a couple of bosses out there that you just can't really go to range groups. And you can't really do anything. Like, it's so weird, man. Like, Mistweavers are also melee healers who can't do damage. They still have Crackling Jade Lightning, which is better than nothing. Looking for Aetherite? Have a face full. I need to freaking interrupt. Oh my god, I'm 116. My legendaries don't work anymore. I forgot.
Beware.
Shifty forest.
Beware.
Forest.
Looking for Azzurite? Have a face full.
Have a face full. Jesus, these bosses actually take a while. The fudge, man.
I should have gotten Azzurite.
Oh god, I forgot I'm in a French server. Everyone talks French to me. Oh, they want the healer to res. Alright. Don't die. Don't die. Server shut down in 14 minutes! Oh! They said something about resing, but they said it in French. I don't know. I think they meant to do it like that. I'm interested to see how strong was the Shaman single target heal will be the new answer. I tried to turn tide cycling 3 times. I don't want, the thing is, I don't want Azzurite traits to be so influential, do you know what I mean as well? It's the same kind of thing with a Disc Priest. Disc Priest has an Azzurite trait that increases the single target healing. But I don't want an Azzurite trait to be like, if you want to do good single target healing, you need to have it. Server shut down in 12 minutes, guys. Server shut down in 12 minutes. The patch is gonna come out in 12. I don't know if you're gonna be able to do this. Should be able to. Go, boys. Oh shit, I think everything got pulled. Ah! Okay, but it's bad nothing since they won't even give us a talent option for single target. That's the thing. It's a bit weird when you really think about it, because the best single target is by far is a Mistweaver. And then there really isn't a second healer who's amazing at single target. There really isn't. Everyone else is kinda similar in there. That's one of the weird parts, because like, don't get me wrong, Holy Paladin with Beacon of Fate in raid scenarios, you can't really beat the 2 target healing that Holy Paladin can provide, but that's 2 target healing. If we were to talk about, just pure single target, it's kinda hard to know. It really is. Jesus Christ, man. Did I just pull all of these? I'm using Earth and Elemental here. I wonder if it's worth to use the Earth Elemental for DPS gains. Probably more, right? Dude, I'm telling you, man, the Earth... Oh, he used the Earth Elemental as well. Theos use it.
Right where you belong, under my wheel.
So restarts 9 minutes.
Beware. Keep moving.
Get a load of 300 rounds per minute.
More damage. Do I not have any auto cooldowns?
Beware. Keep moving.
Take some high caliber carnage.
My wolfies are coming up right now.
What am I paying you fools for? Get out here and fix this.
Ah, come on. Let's go, boys. Oh no. God. Oh yeah, he's back. He's back.
Watch your step.
Beware. I do like enhancement, I'll be honest with you. I prefer enhancement over Windwalker. I feel Windwalker is pretty honestly, I don't like Windwalkers. No loot either. Alright, boys. I kind of wanted to do another video, but I probably won't be able to until 8.1 comes out. Maybe I will do a really early stream tomorrow. Maybe I'll do a really early stream tomorrow. Maybe. We'll see how it works out. But the servers are shutting down in 6 minutes. Kind of sucks. It's coming down. It's going down for it's going down in 6 minutes, and it's gonna be going down for like 7 hours. I think it's legitimately 7 hours until the next until the server's back up. And then after that we have a mythic raid. What do you think about stacking excluding wars for raids? I have no idea. I haven't looked into the rest of Shaman's Azerite trades. I will though when I'm level 120 and ready to try some mythicals and stuff like that. I will try. I haven't looked at the new Azerite trades for any of the healers actually. I haven't looked at any of them because every healer got new Azerite trades, and for some healers those new Azerite trades are actually biz. So I'm not sure how it's gonna work out for the rest of Shaman. So even Mistweavers, I haven't looked at any healer ones yet. I'll probably do it when the new server comes out. What do you think about sucking? What do you think about? Oh, by the way, how are you, man? What do you think about the your change in April 1, the matrons? Have true sight now. On the rot one. Really? Did they actually do that so you can't skip to the thing? Good. Good, man. You know why? Because I had far too much bad experience. I had far too much bad experience in pugs where someone fails the rogue invisibility, or when someone dies and they release and they have to come back and the whole run is finished. There's been far too much of that shit happening. So I'm actually happy that's not gonna happen. They're gonna do that. You can MC certain things on a tile of King's Rest. Oh, you can't. You can't MC or you can MC? Yeah, okay. Alright. Holy shit, that's gonna affect keys a lot. Resto have something that they have some new Azerite powers. I mean, Resto Shaman Chain Heal has been improved a lot. That's about it though. And then the new talent thing. That's actually crazy. That's a big Demon Hunter Death Knight nerf. That's a big Death Knight nerf. If you can't MC with the Death Knight for Atala or King's Rest. That's actually big. On top of all the other nerfs. Holy crap! What else have they changed? Doesn't matter. We'll find out. We'll find out tomorrow. I'll probably start streaming pretty early tomorrow. I probably will start streaming pretty early tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna make a video or anything like that, but we'll be back for the 8.1. I know the American servers already have it. I know about the new. I know about the no key deletion thing, which I honestly think this. I honestly think that the no key delete. Like, first of all, I can tell you, like, almost very guaranteed that was not supposed to be intended. Blizzard did not intend for that to happen when you delete the key and you get a new key. I can bet you that they did not want that to happen. But it actually ended up being a decent, like, it's a quality of life thing that actually, like, you know, if you have a bad key, you don't have to do it. It was great. It was great. Honestly, it was a great feature. And I think this is, I don't like it. Like, I feel that's gonna be pretty crap. I think they're gonna revert it back at some point. They have to, because it sucks like that. But either way, the server is shutting down in 1 minute and 30 seconds. We'll be back when the server comes back up in like 7 hours or 8 hours. We'll be back. We'll be ready to. Oh, I should log out in XP zone. Oh, but I don't want to log out in XP zone. It'll be fine. We'll be back when the patch comes out. Thank you guys for watching the streams. Check out the YouTubes and all that and things like that. I can't even think of, like, what is it to do in 8.1 though. Check out Mythic Plus. level out, do mythic. We'll see. Anyway, guys, I'll talk to you in a couple of hours. I basically talk to you in a couple of hours. We'll do an early stream tomorrow, or at least early-ish. I might try and stay up for 24 hours to reset my sleeping pattern. So I won't go to bed. I'll just stream through tomorrow. See you there, guys, and have a good day. And don't stress too much, guys. Bye bye.